Good morning. Good nearly noon. Is it nearly noon? Sarah Richardson here. Cheers with my favorite cup of Joe. How is everyone on this lovely day? I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Friday, maybe? Not sure. Don't even care. In my own lane. Healing up some stuff. Good morning, love. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? You know, guys, I've been leaving room for blessings. It's probably been about 45 days so far. And it has been showing out in my life. Leaving room for your blessings. Friday. Yeah, I wasn't sure what day it was. I don't even really care. I don't care what day it is. I have been loving my days. Like, even recently in the past couple weeks, I've been in some pain. And, this is what the retrograde will do. This is what the moon will do. So, like, I had a C-section and an emergency hernia surgery. Probably about, 3 months or something after I had my daughter. And so my belly's been hurting. And, immediately our minds, when something starts to hurt again, will pop into the old fears. I immediately went right back to losing weight, surgery, all these crazy things, were circling in my mind. And it's just as I was thinking those things, my belly kept hurting and hurting and hurting. But I know that I'm feeling a lot of things. I know I'm healing a lot of things. A lot of old patterns are coming around and coming back up, right? And so I've been just, being patient with myself. Hello, sis. And, patience is a really big thing. And I know a lot of people are sick of hearing about being patient, but, mastering this patience and self-love is super big because, for the past couple weeks, I just couldn't shake this nervous belly, right? I had this really nervous belly, and I wasn't really nervous about anything. Everything's really kind of solid in my life. And so I wasn't really sure, what it was coming up for. And guys, you don't have to know what it's coming up for. So, if you feel something, that's just something to focus in on you. And so I started eating a little bit different and drinking a little bit different and, resting a little bit more. I was getting involved in a lot of house projects. So today, I want to tell you about today. I had an earth angel. Literally, he was driving on the highway and I'm sitting on my earphones and I'm video calling somebody that I haven't talked to in a long time. I wake up every morning, guys, and I turn on the 528 and I get my journal and I start a little automatic writing thing, right? And so in my automatic writing, I give thanks. I give thanks for all the things that have been going on, for all, and I do this every day, right? So all the good things, everything through my whole entire energy body, give thanks for the meaning of that area in the energy body, right? And so that's how I feel like I balance out each chakra in my body in the morning before I start my day. Not that it doesn't get thrown off again later, right? And so then I put love on the things that have been tough, right? And so, like I said, I've been having this belly thing lately. And so I put a bunch of love on that because you have to really focus on, you can't just go in positive everything. You have to also touch down. This belly thing that I've been going through has been a big part of my last 2 weeks, right? It just keeps being there, keeps coming up, keeps showing itself, right? And so you got to put love on the tough spots. And so putting love on the tough spots is just acknowledging them, right? Not feeding them extra energy, right? But just acknowledging that spot's a little tender right now. We're being easy with ourselves over here. And that's love, right? And then I leave room. And so what I mean by leaving room is I've been saying every time I sit and write, thank you for all the resources unknown in my life. Thank you for all the people, the conversations, the experiences, the moments, the money, the blessings, the surprises, right? And I'm really thankful for that. And like now that I've been doing it for 45 days, it gets me excited to even write it, because the things that have been happening in my life, from leaving that space in my life, that space at the end for these extra blessings to come in, you know, the things that happen really do pump you up, so you know that it works. So at first when you start, you're not really sure if you trust it, but then it starts, your words bring things into your life. Oh, sync with patience, sending you a message after the live. I love your messages. You can always message me. Hi, sis. So I'm sitting and I'm on this surprise video with one of my girlfriends that I love dearly, and I'm showing her how I painted my house and I just hung my pictures back up, and you know, that's big for me because painting a fucking house is a lot of work, right? So, you know, and I'm thankful for the people that I have that do help me, you know, and so I'm sitting out here with my earphones on and I'm talking to her and I'm just admiring her and her beautiful self, and we're having this great conversation, and I feel someone kind of like running through my yard and nobody really comes back here, and so I just kind of like popped my earphone on. He's like, excuse me, ma'am, and I could tell he had a different, you know, accent about him. Well, here his name was Noel, and he was from Puerto Rico, and he is amazing. He has an amazing blessing. You know, he does street ministry, and so street ministry is also what I do, right? And so that's what this video is about, is this lesson that I just learned. And so, you know, a lot of people don't make love with their words because they don't feel like their words are good enough. And I've always been like in this place. Hi, Jason. And so, not ever thinking that my words were good enough held me back a lot, right? And it just happened with Noel, but he's an earth angel, so he knows, right? And so Noel is real big into what he's into, and he's praying for me, and he's speaking in tongues, and we're sharing how it feels when spirit runs through you, and how it feels when spirit guides you somewhere, and you know, that person tells you that you're right on time, how it feels to know that spirit got you out here fighting demons, right? Noel was a really cool dude. And so he goes, before I leave, will you pray for me? And I said, yeah, you know, and I already had intended on praying for him my way. Noel is very curious about your girl here, right? And so I said, I pray, but I just do it a little bit different than what you do. But it's, you know, it's my way. And so he received that. He said, you know, go ahead. And so when I pray, I don't say verses from the Bible. I have one prayer that is just like a cover all, everything all. And that's what I pray, and that's what I've come up with in my street ministry. And so I sat here quiet to myself, right? And so I'm going to share with you guys my prayer because I wasn't able to say it to Noel, right? My voice kind of like locked up. And so this is why I want to tell you guys that there's no wrong way. So I wanted to pray to him my prayer out loud so he could see that, you know, when you're doing street ministry, a lot of people get confused with the words from the Bible. A lot of people feel less than the words from the Bible. A lot of people, you know, the Bible reminds them of other things, right? And so that's a lot that I've ran into in my street ministry. So I pray for God whenever I'm with somebody to just cover this person in unconditional love, every single cell. Fill them up with your golden love, that unconditional well. Put a shield of protection around them, letting only love come in. Please help them feel the love, or see the world with eyes of love and live for their heart from the wind, right? And so I tensed up just like I tensed up for you guys a little bit. I tensed up for Noel, and I said it inside of me, but I said it inside of me. I was really strong inside of me. So when he's sitting there across from me, I don't know this man. I'm a little leery, right? But I feel like I could trust him. So I say it in my mind, and he is like, so whenever we open our eyes and we look at each other, he's smiling. And I said, what are you smiling about? And he's like, that was the wildest experience that I've ever had. And I've been doing street ministry for a long time. And I said, what do you mean? And he said that he was able to see my spirit whenever I was praying for him. Hello, Essex. So that was really, really cool. And I wanted to share that with you guys, just to let you know that, you know, it's the love. It's the love. It's making love with your words. You know, that's what me and my girlfriend were talking about. That's what Noel was talking about on my porch. And, you know, my girlfriend was talking about a young man in her area, and his car broke down, right? And so she's been big on making love with your words for a long time. Like, I've known her for 5 years, and she's like, anytime I come to her and I'm like spitting the shit, she's like, we're making love with this, right? She always redirects me. And so she said that the young boy said that he was happy that his car broke down. And she just kind of looked at him like, oh, okay, you know, like, I'm glad that you have, you know, finally reached that place. And her daughter was like, no, Mom, that is not what he means. Like, now when these kids say that they're happy, like, really, they're pissed. And so, you know, it's not about the words you're saying. Like, everyone thinks, like, how that boy does. Like, if I'm pissed about something and I just say I'm happy about it, it's going to work it out. No, it's like you really have to honor the feeling if you're pissed, right? But then make love to your words and say, like, okay, obviously there was a reason, you know, why Spirit dumped me here and stopped me from whatever I was about to be doing. And so it's not, making love to your words is not passing up the tough times, not acting like everything's fine, not just being in this like la la la, like everything's fine. It's like really doing the self-work to see the blessing, even though you might be pissed off, you know? Hi, Tasia Lou. And so, guys, you know, just be mindful. I'm not saying to go out here and everyone's gonna all of a sudden be making love to their words, right? What I'm saying is that when things come out and they're not so lovable, go in on that. Go in with yourself on that and see, like, okay, what is this? You know, what is stirring this up for me? What does this all mean for me? You know, make room. Make room when you pray for people, for yourself, for anybody. Make room for the blessings in your life. If you're overwhelmed, yeah, words are spells. If we're overwhelmed, turn off the damn TV. You know, just take time for you. The whole entire planet closed down to take time for you. You know, to be aware of yourself, your habits, your routines, your, you know, what you do, the time you spend with yourself, how you use that time you spend with yourself. I don't always make love to my words. I sometimes cuss people out in the name of love. I do. But when I'm cussing you out in the name of love, it's like, fuck you, bye. Some ignorant shit. It's like an ignorant shit sandwich. And then I have to be aware of that, right? And I have to, you know, recreate the next day. And I have to leave room in my life for little earth angels to walk up on my back porch and, you know, have a conversation that would just, like, surprise the shit out of you. Yeah. I mean, that's how this works. The things that you're meant to run into, you gotta be still, man. You gotta... Oh, hey. Oh, he wasn't beeping at me. It sure felt like it was towards me, didn't it? Didn't you guys think so? I thought he was beeping at me, too. Much love to you there, brother. He had his American flag on the back of his car, his motorcycle. I don't know, guys. It's up to you, the kind of words you want to speak into your life. You know, Yeah, I'm running into it. I'm running into things, of course, in this time that are pissing me the fuck off. But when I speak, I have to speak about the things that I love, you know? I have to make love to my words. Hi, Auntie Cherry. True was so cute. Yesterday we were watching your video and she was like, why is Auntie Cherry with her? I was like, that's her granddaughter. That's who she's with. She's like, oh. You kill me, so you gotta watch those words, Tej. I love you, but like, that's what my girl did for me for like 5 years. You know, you gotta make love with your words. It's such a process. You gotta really, you know, watch the word. You're constantly creating. You're constantly creating. You're constantly thinking and planting seeds, and you're constantly, you know, being in love or being in fear. It's constant. It's constant in your life. So the more times that you're able to be aware of yourself in your words, and if you're leaving room for new things in your life, you know, and there's so many ways you could do this. There's so many ways you can do this. You know, life is such a process of like, you know, okay, I love this day, I love this day, I love this day. Fuck, some shit came to my back porch. I gotta deal with it, right? Make love to the things that are tough in your life with your words. You know, the things that are tough in my life, I'm always trying to really smother them out in love. That same prayer that I pray for you guys, I pray into me too. That's the same thing. I do the same thing. Bless up. You know, a lot of people don't like the word prayer. You know, whatever you call it, I don't give a shit. You know, you're speaking things into your life. You're speaking things into your experience. You're speaking things into your creation. And so, you know, I went on like, I don't know, I've been like pretty silent lately, because if I don't have the exact words to like make love to that, whatever we're talking about, I don't say anything. You're powerful. You're powerful. Oh man. If you guys could see what's really happening, I don't know, you would be excited. You know, only love is real, and that's what's coming out on the planet. There was a bunch of shit on the planet that, you know, it was just like some greedy shit. Some greedy shit. And it's being purged out in the name of love. And so there are a lot of us out here like speaking these things out. Speaking these things gone. And, you know, it takes practice. It takes fine-tuning your words. Intentions. Fine-tuning your intentions. Fine-tuning, you know, your relationship with your connection within. You know, it's being open. It's allowing, you know, being open to allow things to come in your life. I don't think that you guys realize how fucking big that is. It sounds so like being open to allow things into your life, and people are like, meh. No, not meh. Like being open, having your heart open to allow things into your life is like humongous. And you can't do that when the trauma is just inside of you. More powerful than you can ever imagine. Yeah, your words, you're powerful. You are powerful. You're powerful. Your connection is powerful. The training and the practice is powerful. You know, the spirit that flows through you is fucking magical. The possibilities and the capabilities that each and every one of us have is just amazing. I was just a video. Oh, hey, butterfly. Did you guys see him? Oh, he was pretty. I don't know, guys, you know. There are really great things going on the planet. You know, when you stay in your lane, when you don't know what day it is, when you make love with your words and just be mindful, you know. Patience, to me, what I've been learning is like, you know, I was always like 6 steps ahead of my own fucking self. You know, I was always like, you know, in the now, but I have to be a planner. And so that leaves you like really kind of not in the now. Like there's only like a couple like strands of you in the now, and so like you're really not feeling like the richness of life. And so, you know, being really present and just knowing like the rest is just gonna work out. And if I keep leaving space for my blessings, I'm telling you, man, I want you guys to try leaving space for your blessings and tell me how it works out. You know, like all I really do say is thank you for all my unknown resources. Thank you for, you know, and I'll write it out. People, places, experiences, money, surprises, adventures, you know. Thank you. And then I just go about my business, and then, you know, we get surprise packages in the mail. People show up on my porch, you know. I'm making love in my conversations with everyone. You know, everything's been going good over here. You know, my healing sessions with people have been going good. The times where I don't have time to do healing sessions, that's even been going good. You know, normally if somebody calls me and they're going through a crisis, I like always would try to like be there like right at that moment that they needed me. And lately with all of this stuff that's been going on, I really like that's not been the case. And it's like, it's okay. Like when you leave that room, that even leaves other people that are coming into your energy field, like to know like, okay, like she needs a little bit of time. She's busy too. She has a life too. I'm telling you, man, it's all in you. Any of the restrictions, any of the resistance, it's all in you. I just cussed out the grocery store police. I got pulled over by the grocery store police the other day. I had to go to the grocery store. See, I can't have anyone grocery shop for me because I'm like super duper picky about my produce. I gotta like feel it and smell it, and like it's like a whole entire process that I have in the grocery store. Like I'm in there forever. And so I don't trust anyone to grocery shop for me. So, you know, they just put this mask thing back on in my community, and I don't wear a mask. I'm not trying to be a fucking rebel. I just don't need the mask, right? I'm good. And so this grocery store policeman comes like peeling out around the corner, and he's like running so fast his feet like slide out from the side of him. And he comes over to me and he's like, you have to wear a mask. And I'm like, due to health conditions. And he's like, no, you have to or you have to leave. And I was like, motherfucker, just give me the fucking thing. And so he kept standing there. And this was not a great moment of my life, right? I was not making love with my words. I was motherfucking these people, right? So this big giant man helped me get this big giant watermelon out of the thing. And he hears this man. He didn't have a mask on either. So he knew that the guy was coming to him next. And so he kept standing by me, right? And I'm like, okay, now get the fuck away from me. Like, do you get paid to fucking stand beside me? Like, I got the fucking mask on. Just get the fuck, let me get my fucking produce. Like, I got my thing I gotta do over here. I can't have you breathing all up on me, bringing me bad vibes, all this shit, right? So then he goes over and he gets the man. So I'm doing my thing with my produce. And the big man comes over to me and he goes, geez, girl, you're so little. He's like, but when you cuss that man out, you scared the shit out of me. Girl, that shirt, make it rain. That's how, you know, I mean, I don't know. I just try to have fun with my life, guys. Grocery store police. What the fuck? I know, man. I know. And then there's people walking around and they got their mask under their chin. So I go, you know, I have to ask the grocery store police. So I'm like, excuse me, grocery store police officer. So as long as they just have it under their chin and strapped around their ears, you feel good about this, right? Go to fucking work, open up fucking lanes so I can get the fuck out of here and take this goddamn mask off. As soon as I got my shit, I just ripped the shit off, threw it in the garbage. Ugh. You know, I don't always make love to my words, man. I had to come home and I had to sit down on that. I had to fucking meditate and put some love on that because I was pissed the fuck off at that dude. Ew. Such a big dick energy. Like, just do what the government says. Shut up. Do you know how much money I pay to be fucking healthy? Get the fuck out of my face. Let me pick out my own produce and just keep it the fuck moving. Make it store time where people can go who don't wear masks. And we can all be in there with each other, smiling at each other. I can't wear that fucking mask. Can't breathe in that shit. It's like a fucking cesspool. You guys want to wear that shit in your car, wherever, go ahead, bless your damn heart. I don't got no judgment against you, but I ain't fucking with it. I ain't with it. If you guys can't see the fucking stupidity of this fucking bullshit, there's a restaurant open here the other day, and so they're saying, yeah, you gotta come into the restaurant with a mask, and then as soon as your food comes, you can take it off. I was like, you know, if I were you, I would sit with my coworkers and try to make that sound better, because that sounds bad. I'm just gonna make food. Like, you have to have it on, but you can take it off. Like, okay. I ain't with it. I ain't with it for my fucking baby. I ain't with it. My mom does it all the time for her work. I fucking hate them bastards. But you know what I do with the people that my mom works for? I pray. I pray onto them that they see how fucking stupid all this shit is, you know? Ugh. God. I mean, do I know that this is going on out here? Yup. It's vibrational shit, man. It's vibrational. Once you learn that things are vibrational, you can't even go back. You know, one thing we were talking about big this morning was accountability of self. And that's deep, man. Some people did some raunchy ass shit out here, right? And you have to find accountability for that raunchy ass shit, and then learn how to make love with your words to the same shit. This is what we're all doing. We're being accountable for the ways our lives are going. We're the creators of our experience by the things we think, feel, say, do, the choices that we make, the pain, the trauma that we've been through. We're doing this. We're creating this experience. We have the power within us all to change this all. Is it tricky? Mm-hmm. The power within you is really fucking tricky. Doesn't mean you don't have it. You just have to learn how to work with it. I've been sharing this with you guys the whole time. Learning how to work with my power. Do I always word it right to you guys? No. I try. I have notebook on top of notebook on top of notebook trying to show you guys that it's in the everything. You know, you don't have to, you know, have a white candle. If you have a fucking, whatever, zebra candle, burn it. Make that your ritual. You know, if you cuss somebody out, go home and sit on it. You know, I don't like to feel restricted. I worked really, really hard to free myself. And of course, something always fucking comes up. You know, I mean, what am I supposed to do? This is like a planetary fucking shutdown. What am I supposed to do? Send it love. All these babies, all this stuff going on with these babies. What am I supposed to do? I send them love. You know, I've been going through, you know, they've been pulling out all these names of all these people that are doing all this fucked up shit. I've been trying to forgive them, man. Like, I mean, this shit goes deep. How the fuck don't you have time to stay in your damn lane? You gotta stay in your lane. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? You know, I want to get on people's posts sometimes and say, what does that mean for you? Truth. We get it on a soul level. You don't have to fully explain where our soul tribe. Yeah. And that's why I try to take like the most real shit in my life to show you that like the most real shit, like spirit is just like rolling, like surging through you, you know. And if you don't feel that surge of spirit through you, you need some time in your own lane. You need some time alone. You need some time with yourself to get that dialect with self, to understand what it is. You know, I was watching a video the other day, Heidi, I love her, and she was talking about that voice inside you that, like, you know, I'm a mom. She was just like hitting down on some really deep shit, but she called it the voice inside you, Mr. Fucker. And I love that because like Mr. Fucker is the one that's like, oh, you ain't shit as a mom. Oh, you ain't shit. What are you trying to do out here? Who you trying to be out? Who you trying to impress out here? How do you think you're gonna make it out here, right? But you have that, right? But then you have this like divine power also within you that's able to override that. It's just you and how much time you take to start to reprogram your mind, get into your mind, your feelings, what you love, the things that you were raised in. You know, most people out here are so focused on everybody else, and it's a mechanism to run away from self, right? So if you're worried about them or what they're ordering at Arby's, or who's fucking going the speed limit, and are they wearing a mask, and do they believe in this virus, and what do they think's about to happen, and all this crazy shit out here, all that tells me is you're just not in here. You're not in this space, right? And so if you're talking about all that other stuff out here, you need to go in your own lane. You need to spend time with yourself. Worry about yourself. That's why I have a live free tat on my fingers. I don't do well with restrictions. I love living free as possible. Yeah, me too. Me too. And like, we still have programming, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy, the shit that we go through. It is. And if you don't trust yourself, you know, you could get a visitor like Noelle, and you know, you could take that as like you're doing everything wrong because you're scared of yourself. You know, we all have gifts and we all just use them different. I'm a minister. I believe in the energy body. I say fuck a lot. You know, I work for fucking God, man. I work for fucking God. And I do some dope shit out here. And I don't need to tell all you guys about it. And some of the stuff that I want to tell, I do tell. And that's not for anything except for just to share it. It might resonate with somebody. It might help someone believe in themselves and the power within them. You know? I don't know. I really wish you guys, I wish everyone could feel this, you know? The love is with you through the trauma, through refeeling the trauma, you know, through the recalibration of self. Love knows that the sphere is running rampant on this earth. You know, I'm in the same place as all of you, kind of, not really, because I'm in my own lane. I'm just over here loving the fuck out of myself. When I feel low, I love myself and I take my time with it. When I feel high, I balance myself and take my time with it. You know, the more open I am to the now moments, the more I leave room, the more these blessings just keep coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in. A lot of people don't believe they're amazing. What is your belief system? You know? And it doesn't have to be like a Pentecostal belief system or anything like that. Like, what do you believe you deserve? That's where you gotta go. What do you believe you deserve in this life? That's deep. And your words can't lie. So words will lie sometimes, right? So you got some people out here saying, oh, you know, I'm a God, I'm a God, I'm a God, I'm a God. But constantly in their mind, their beliefs are like, I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to make it, right? And so inside, that's the war within self, right? And so instead of taking all that time to be outside of yourself and worrying about what everybody else thinks and what everybody else thinks about where you're at on your journey, right? Take the time with yourself so that internal dialogue can be like, I'm a fucking God. I'm a God. Even though I don't do it the way you do it and I don't do it the way you do it, I'm a fucking God. You know, there's a lot of people that don't like me because I'm not playing into this virus and I won't wear a mask. Bye. You know, some girl just said the other day something, if you ain't all worked up about this stuff with NACO, then delete me. Delete. I'm not worked up about this stuff with NACO because I had to sit with it. And I had to know that, you know, all that stuff with NACO, that's planetary stuff, man. That affected a lot of people for a reason. Whatever was going on with him, that's in him. He has to go in there and figure. I send him love. I sent the women love. I sent him love. I sent all of his friends love. I sent all of his family love. Anybody who loved his music, love. It was deep, because at first, when I first heard it, I was pissed. But just like anything in my life, I had to come to the middle and come to love. Oprah, do you know how pissed off I was about that stuff from Oprah? I don't know who's been following me for a long time, but ever since I started my videos, you know, Oprah was a big thing for me in my videos, right? She gave me a lot of inspiration to get out here and share stuff with you and be like this with you, right? And here I hear she's hurting the littles. I want to fucking kick her in the neck. You know, I just watched The Wrinkle in Time the other day. I'm like, I fucking love Oprah. And then all this shit comes out, you know? I had to go in. I had to find my love for her. I can see the hurt, right? All that famous shit and shit like that, that ain't all it's cracked up to be, man. Everybody's out here wants to be fucking famous. I've been told you guys, I don't want to be fucking famous. I don't give a fuck. I love you guys. Like, if you're commenting, we talk and we, you know, we share love with one another. I don't care how many people like my video. I don't care how many people like my opinion. I don't care if people like the way I live. I love you if you love me, but I don't care what anyone's doing in their own lane. There's a lot of things going on out here, guys, and if you're not staying in your own lane, you're getting caught up. And I love you. And each time you get caught up out there, it's just a lesson to just come and bring it back into yourself. And so, you know, if you're hearing this message and you're caught up with your sisters or Nako or, you know, Oprah and all of this, you know, all these things that are going on, know that the power in you can send love to those situations, and it's powerful, right? Love is powerful. And know that it is okay to just stay in your own lane. It's okay to stand in your own lane. Does that mean that I don't have opinions about everything? Yeah, I do. I have opinions, feelings. I just let you guys do what you want to do. I don't have any unconditional love is I don't have any fucking judgment for anything anybody wants to do out here. I don't have any judgment, you know? I know it's not the perfect journey. I know it's hard, you know, the work to become aware of yourself, but speak love onto that. Speak ease onto that. I know it's work to learn about your body and your energetic body and your spirit and your flesh and how that begins to integrate and move together as one. I know what it feels like to feel like you should be over there, but right now you're right here. That's because right now you're supposed to be right here, and you have to be patient with yourself to get over there. And if you keep looking over there and you're not paying attention to here, then all that shit's gonna be rocky all the way over there. Be here now with yourself. Be here now with yourself. If you're paying attention to anything outside of you, go inside with yourself. I love you guys because we're all connected. You know, I love this time for people being able to go into their selves. You know how much time I spend up at night praying for the kids whose parents haven't worked on their traumas and they're smushed together and